Oh my god.
Ow. Thank you for murdering our earlobes.
My autism did not like that. It just
Maybe you should
screeched
turn
in
me
my
down.
head.
I have a really light gag reflex. Like even, I mean, you're a lady, but I feel like I
Okay,
can speak
please
freely.
be careful what we're going to say. You're not going to throw up, are you?
No.
Okay,
But
'cause I
like
can't
I
handle
work in
that.
construction, so we're all like, doing that at work, and every once in a while you get one that kind of hangs near the back and tickles your
I think
tonsils
it's
a
a
little bit.
uvula. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I was surprised I could fit this whole thing in my mouth. Not that I have a small jaw. I don't.
Well,
put
are you
things
hitting
in
the
my
back
mouth.
of your throat? Because that's where the gag reflex comes in. Which I don't have, apparently.
I can't.
If we're talking about that, I don't know. Obviously. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, right? Levels are good real
casually
quick before we
dropping
start.
that
Your
into
headphones are good,
conversation.
Molly?
The what?
The headphones are good? Volume's
Yeah, they're good, yeah.
Not too much. Okay.
I mean, when I touched my tonsils with the mic, she freaked out, so clearly it's loud enough.
Well, it was pretty loud.
That was aggressive.
Also, I want to say right off the top. Oh yeah, I'm letting him hit the floor.
Hair.
I have hair. Okay, I have hair.
Have there been speculations about that?
There
I don't
has
know
a lot.
I don't know why I need to address this situation, but I got hit with it again last night because I wear a lot of hats. I wear a lot of these. These are welding caps, and I cannot tell you how often I take this motherfucker off around somebody and they go, "Oh, you're not bald."
But why is it called a welding cap? That's what I need to know. I've never heard that before. No?
It's actually a question no one's asked either.
I want you to guess why it's called a welding cap. It's right there. It's in the name. Because it's a cap you wear when you weld.
But why? But why? What's it going to protect
Probably
you?
for like isn't there like flames that could spark up and catch in your hair? Maybe.
But couldn't there? Are all hats welding hats then? What makes a welding hat different from a cap?
Because it's what they're made out of. They're fire resistant.
yeah.
Because you wear a welding hood over your head, but little sparks can fly.
Okay, so
I mean,
I
I
know,
guess
yeah.
if you're a bald
Like an
fuck and you're just
executioner.
collecting
Yeah.
cinders on top of your head, then you don't give a fuck.
It'd be kind of cool if you're a bald welder and you just didn't give a fuck and you just had like cool welding scars over your head. That'd be sick.
This is sad. Sounds like a character
I would trust
out of a
that guy to
fucking
weld whatever I needed welded.
They are not attractive. Burn
Well-
scars are not attractive. Chicks do not dig scars.
I
I've
actually
got a
do
lot of
dig
them.
scars. I think whatever doesn't kill you gives you cool scars to tell stories about later.
That's true.
Scars are sick.
Welcome back to this episode of the Naturals Pod. As always, I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the other end of the couch, captain of the ship, Sweet Derek, the producer.
What up?
Today, we have a very special guest returning for the first time. Welcome back to the show, Molly Stewart.
Thank you. Is this a... Oh, wait, no. Is this the shocker?
This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two in the pink,
One in
the stink. Derek's gonna have to blur the whole damn thing.
Wait, what? You
I
have
think
to
they'll
blur
allow
this?
it. I think they'll allow it. I think.
What
it'll
about
be
this?
Okay.
YouTube, do we allow the shocker?
I did blur this in like
What
our
if-
thumbnail
what if
or
it's
whatever.
a dog? Do you have to blur that?
What is that?
A dog.
Oh, the dog now.
Okay.
Are you a shadow puppet master? Can you make
I mean,
shadows?
I used to do that a lot when I was a kid because I don't have friends, so my friends would have shadows on the wall.
Or you could do the Dane Cook super finger. I feel like he stole that from because, like,
the super finger? Why is it called the super finger? Because they're longer?
you don't remember that?
I don't.
It's because you got two of them stacked. So instead of one
Wait.
flipping somebody off, you got you got the two
yeah.
fingers.
How do you do that without pushing your pinky down? I can't do that. Can you do that? Like without holding your pinky?
Is your hand dexterity autism related?
My
Like,
pinky's
get
like,
that fucking
dude,
pinky
it is
down.
like shaking. My pinky's like, oh God,
Wait,
holding on for dear life.
I'm serious.
You can't do it?
Hang on. Okay, wait.
You got this. Come on.
I have stronger hands than both
That's
of them.
hilarious
You see
that
this?
that's so hard for
My
you.
hands are so strong. Why can't I curl them?
We found a new thing that like it's like a hidden talent.
Fuck, another thing I can't do.
If you were ever on some kind of game show, it certainly wouldn't be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but if they were like,
But I
fold
do
your
want to
pinky
be a-
down for $1 million.
I couldn't do it, apparently.
You'd be stuck.
She needs a lifeline.
Yeah. Someone come push my finger down so I can win $1 million.
So, I just need to finish this coffee, Jesus Christ.
Okay, perfect. We'll just wait.
The The last time we were all gathered together on your podcast,
Yes.
the
There's a lot
Totally
of fun.
Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Go ahead and
right.
check that out, Natties, when you get the chance.
Absolutely. Definitely check it out.
We were discussing some business ideas.
Oh yes, the fart jars.
Yes.
Bath
So
water.
I went ahead and took the liberty of
Preparing
making
a fart
a
jar?
mock-up for you. So here it is. Here's our business. I also took the liberty of giving it a name. Hold on.
I didn't know I was going to come here and make $1 million. Is this a game show right now?
So what we're gonna do is. So what we're gonna do is. Branded, look, it's you.
You like that?
Actual fuck is...
Now, see, that's a big jar. So that one is
sold.
like a $300 jar. 'cause
how
you
many
could get,
farts could you fit in
That's
here?
what I'm saying. You could get at least 5. That's like a deep. That's one you don't
so.
even take deep
It's like a
sniffs of.
multiple sniffer.
Okay, so I'm curious because have you pre-filled this?
No, I wouldn't do you like that.
Okay, well, I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't because you went as far as to do the branding, but now I have nothing to sell, just an empty jar.
I'll see if I can work up a fart before the end of the episode, and we'll get our first order fulfilled and ready to go.
That's right. This is amazing. This is really cool. I didn't know that you could Photoshop like that.
We could go with it. Oh, it wasn't me.
That was me. I
Derek.
did it.
Derek was the
okay,
label
I believe
maker.
that.
I just taped it to the
You see-
jar.
See, I was confused because you seemed as surprised as I did
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he pulled this
I
out.
played in the bit. It's hilarious, though.
love it.
I'm
That's
like the
amazing.
Michael Scott of
Dollars.
podcasting. You know, I'm the big picture guy.
I love that.
Derek's the day to day. What they
Dwight?
call Jim? The
yeah,
day to day. No. He's the Jim.
Maybe I'm the Jim, more
Oh,
the grinder. Like,
fuck.
I have a prank funny side, but I also, whatever.
You know who that makes me then? Dwight.
You're doing some traveling,
I have a
though, right?
question.
Sure.
Is every time that I move on this couch, does it sound like it's farting? Is that what's happening?
Kind of.
It's a
Okay,
little
cool.
squeaky
It is a
today.
little
I don't
squeaky,
think the
yeah.
mics pick it up.
Should be okay.
Take
it is,
that.
It is very squeaky
Take that
today,
with
though.
you through TSA the next time you travel, and wear a GoPro because I want to see a TSA agent pull that jar out and go, "What the fuck is Molly's miss?"
I'll
And
only
then-
do it if you pre-fill it.
Yeah, and then he's
they
going to be
open it.
so
Oh,
curious that he
no.
has to
Oh,
open
no.
it. It'll take a whiff, and then you look at him and go, "That'll be $100."
200. That's a 5. That's a 5.
Yeah, right.
Jar.
You got to up it up, dude. It's not a one hitter. It's a 5 hitter, dude.
$300 jar all day.
I'm here for it. Honestly, that's beautiful marketing. I couldn't have done a better job myself.
Thanks.
I think.
Got you covered.
I thought that'd be
I'm really
hilarious.
proud.
Molly's missed coming to a GNC near you.
You know, there is a problem
Boost
with mist.
testosterone.
The thing with mist, right?
Uh-huh.
Is to me, it sounds a bit wet, like it's damp.
Uh huh.
Are you putting off damp energy into this?
Well, you work out a lot, so like.
Oh, so you think I have like damp farts?
No. I mean, you might, but when you're working out, you all get a little back sweat. It runs down the booty crack. You let out a little poop. I swear to God, this
You've
podcast
given
is
us a lot of
not strictly about farts and porta potties and all kinds of stuff.
But why?
It's not in like a gross way. It's not in like a oops, I think I just shit my pants way. It's like I'm just a little sweaty and some mist.
It's hilarious, though. Molly's mist is like the funniest term. For
Yeah,
that,
no,
though.
I love that.
two
Molly's
abs.
Miss, yeah. Coming to an OnlyFans near you.
Yeah, it's great.
Just don't open that on the plane.
Yeah, no.
If you see somebody
You know
opening a
what
jar
the
and
worst
sniffing it
thing
on a
is
plane.
when people bring like tuna on a plane. I'm like, what kind of goddamn
who does
psychopath?
that? That is
Or it's like
psycho.
some sort of smelly food, like even a cheese. It's like I like cheese, but I don't need to smell your weird bag of cubed cheese
Yeah.
Yeah,
when I'm
what
on
do
a
you- that's
flight.
selfish.
How do you feel about shoes off on a plane?
Oh,
Yeah, the
So I have a few thoughts about this.
Okay.
Now, when people are putting their feet like up on stuff, I think it's weird. But if I understand that feet get a little uncomfortable, especially when you're sitting and stuff like that. So if you're like sliding your feet off and keeping your feet under the seat in front of you, then maybe that's okay.
but no
I'm talking-
raw feet.
No raw.
No raw
No,
feet.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have
raw
socks
feet.
on
Yeah,
them
okay,
things.
socks.
Period.
You have to have socks
Raw
on.
feet's weird,
If
yeah.
honestly, if you're going to the airport without socks, I don't ever want to speak to you as a person. And it's nothing personal, but kind of it is because that's just repugnant. Like it's absolutely disgusting because you have to take off your shoes to even go through. So you're walking your nasty fucking feet all over an airport,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna unleash that on a plane.
And then
what kind
there's
of
people
terrorist
that
are you?
nap on the airport floor, and you're like, "There's been dirty feet."
Oh,
well, there's one thing that always traumatized me is women on the strip when they go clubbing and they take their heels off and then they walk the strip with their bare feet. I'm just like, you savage.
Forever
No, I could never do
unclean.
that. No, I would blisters all day long. I'm not taking my shoes off on the strip. That's
Oh,
disgusting.
God. Yeah, it'd be horrible.
I was on a red eye flight on Frontier Airlines. This is why I'll never fly
Ooh.
Frontier again.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
From Alaska. We got some people who have been on the pod who preach the praises
Is
of
Frontier better than Spirit, or is Spirit better than Frontier, or are they tied?
I think it's kind of like a race to the bottom. Yeah.
They're the Greyhounds of the sky,
Yeah.
for sure.
I only fly Southwest. But so the person behind me put their bare foot on the back of the armrest.
Oh,
That's when
I
you
hate that.
that's when you take a little coochie coochie coo. Just like, they made you uncomfortable, so they
Yeah,
invaded
just
your
go
space,
full.
so it tickled
Or you
their
like
fucking
smell
foot.
it, suck on their big toe a little bit. Just
You
like,
just take it further. You're just like, ooh. You just start petting them. Just like stroking the top of their foot. You're like, oh yes.
what's that movie Road Trip where she's on the bus and the guy's like
Oh
at her
yeah,
feet
yeah,
when she's
wakes
sleeping.
up,
He's
yeah.
like, "You have beautiful feet. Would you mind being photographed?"
Well, that happened in a hotel. You know that, right? That was like a big story. Is that there was the manager at the hotel, and when dudes would check in, they would know what room they're in,
He'd
and then
offer them
people
a
would
free
wake
foot
up multiple
massage.
dudes. No, he'd be like sucking on their toes or like touching their feet, dude. Can you imagine checking in
No.
somewhere and they're just waking up?
Dude.
Yeah, it was
I
a crazy
go to
story.
prison.
Yeah. I don't know how no one like.
Dude, I don't understand about that. There's so
murdered
many
that
women
guy.
who would just like, if you just pay them, they'll be like, yeah, you can like look at and suck on my toes. Like, I don't give, you like toes? All right, here's some toes. Like, why do you have to sneak into people's rooms and wake them up that way? It's
Yeah,
rude.
And he was doing it on dudes though. That was also the thing.
Oh.
Chicks, which is
Well, I
also
think
like
dudes
the
would
twist.
too. I mean, times are hard. I mean, milk is like $20, I think. I don't.
Loves a good hairy toe.
Yeah, I think everybody should be selling their feet pictures. If there's a demand for it, sell that shit. Because I mean, honestly, you got bills to pay. You know, this economy.
I don't know. I don't understand the draw. I don't get it. Feet are stinky. I wash my own with a brush. I'm not one of those people who just stands in the shower and lets the
Some of the
soap
things that
fall
I've
on their
heard too is
toes.
like it's like some guys have said it's like the curling, like when you have a really good orgasm, like when you blept on your face. That's a callback. So when you blept on your face, it's kind of like that little thing, but you get that whole body tenseness, and that's probably why you couldn't aim, because your whole body tensed up, right? But that happens with feet. So if you're ever going down and fucking woman just like, she's like, so you look, they're faking it usually if their toes aren't curling a little bit. I'm just saying.
So you nailed it. I mean, I'll openly say it. So I am a light foot guy. Like, I'm not a weird guy.
You're
with the,
either
I
a
am,
foot guy or you're not a foot guy. You
I don't
can't be
know,
a
'cause
light
I'm not into
foot
I'm not into
guy.
like the weird like socks shit and like smelling them.
What's
and
the
weird
toenails?
Shit. Like that's weird, huh?
Toenails? Do you have a toenail preference?
I mean, just like them done. Just get a nice pedicure or whatever.
Okay,
but for
cool.
me, it's
A
the
nice
art. It's the
French
toes,
manicure.
and it's like the arch in a woman's foot. Sometimes can be
nice.
hot. But
Yeah,
that's
no,
all right.
yeah.
I just enjoy
That's
a
the
woman from head to
fussy.
toe. That's all.
If
Yeah.
you put them together, that's the fussy. The souls, they go together. It's the fussy.
When you come into the room and you
hilarious.
see a bowl of strawberries and a thing of whipped cream, just know that Derek's going to town on those piggies. He'll put a strawberry on each toe and just eat it
Oh my
off.
god! What if
Make
you
a
did
little
like the
foot sundae.
bugles? Remember the bugles back in the day?
The
And you
bugle-
put-
the
you
chips?
you could put them on the toes and just like eat them off.
Not the toes. You put bugles on your fucking fingers, you animal, on your toes.
Well, she's creating a new thing.
You
yeah.
used to do it with fingers. Derek could do it with toes. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants.
If I had a bag of bugles on that flight, I would have
stacking
fucking.
Just start putting them on. That'd be hilarious.
So I was upset about the foot. Going back to this, I was
Yeah.
upset about the foot, but I was like, whatever, I'll let it go. So I did. This is my move. When you're sharing an armrest, I hate flying. When you're sharing an armrest, you got either the front or the back. When you have somebody next to you, you either take the front or the back. This is
Yeah.
me, or
I agree
this
with
is
that.
me.
Yeah, gotta share.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise you're holding hands.
So
That too.
I've kind of resigned this armrest, and I'm in an uncomfortable position here. So on this one, this guy was sleeping like this, like fucking Count Dracula in the center
Hey,
seat.
at least he's not taking up your space. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. So I took full armrest.
Oh, you got greedy, dude. Never go full armrest.
This guy wakes up. He was asleep. Fuck you. You abandoned your part of the armrest, and I jumped your claim. It's mine now. He wakes up.
It's like the Oregon Trail.
Instead of trying to get like the front or the back, he just takes his elbow and levers it in the back and does one of these and scrapes me.
Oh, it's aggressive.
That's when I would just throw it back.
But I also didn't want to end up in fucking Guantanamo Bay, so I was
Instead of
trying-
I don't
power
think that will
slapping.
happen.
Yeah.
What you do is just pretend you were sleeping and just, sorry.
Instead of power slapping, now you're elbow slapping on the for the armchair.
I'm sorry, he started it, so I don't know
he
what to
did.
tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
So he levers me, and at this point, I'm like, I'm getting my space back. So I give the foot a little bump, and she goes off, and I'm like, oh cool, one down.
And then
so
she puts it on your arm.
I get the back. Well, no, because you have like the little back. I felt her kind of like hang on with the toes on the back of it, and I'm like, are you serious, bitch? I just
dexterous
bumped
woman.
you. Yeah.
Just imagine what she could do with that other places.
Yeah, she'd be this one for you.
She got fussy for days.
She got a strong grip.
Fussy on a plane. Is that the name of this episode?
That's pretty good.
So
Sorry, I feel like I'm derailing this.
So I feel like she's backed off enough, but I'm not done with this guy because he just violated me. Like, you shoved me. That's like the equivalent of like walking up to somebody and just shoving them. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going to get the back side of the armrest. So I go for the back and he squashes me again. Meanwhile, she's put her foot fully back up on here, and I'm just like, I hate everything about this. And I noticed that the beverage cart was coming, so I was like, I'm going to get them both at the same time. So right as the drink cart comes, I shove the foot and the arm. I kind of and take control of the chair. And the fucking drink cart just ran right over her toes. I felt like a bad person.
Oh, dude, that hurts so bad.
Yeah. But long story short, I had both armrests the rest of the flight. So
that's why they say
good.
keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle. Like, that's what the little... It's not that much room. You can't be spreading out everywhere.
It's really not.
I'm sorry. If you want to spread out on a plane, I know that it sucks. Flying is terrible. But then pay more money. Don't inconvenience the people around you because you're a selfish dick.
Fuck that. The cost of flying like business or first class is insane. I'm just trying to get where I'm going. As far as I'm concerned, a plane is just a giant bus in the sky.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that like, but I'm saying if you want to monopolize that much space, then you should pay more
for
and just be
luxury
up
of
there.
that.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise you're just being a dick. Like,
Agreed.
I'm not
everyone
one of
hates
those
being here right now.
Correct.
person of size advocates. I'm a big man. I mean, you're pretty tall, so I would imagine that planes are not super comfortable for you
terrible.
either.
It's gross.
But that's why I always try to get the aisle so I can hit the kind of like keep your leg out here
until you hear the drink
along
cart
the
rattling
seat.
and
yeah, and then the flashbacks come back. But one time I was doing that. I was flying to England, which is like a 9 or 10 hour flight or something. So once again, everybody was asleep. I couldn't sleep. I can't sleep on planes. Every little just makes me feel like the thing's going to come out of the sky.
yeah. I mean, it might.
Stop. Because I have to fly again at a certain point. Stop.
I think that all the time. I'm like, it could.
Yeah. I hate
like-
flying too. It sucks because it's
This
weird
could be
for
the
me.
day.
It flipped. I used to love it, and then now it's like an anxiety thing for me, for sure.
I just drank like probably all the Jack and Coke that they had on that flight. And the worst part is I was doing this and one of the stewardesses was really hustling towards the back of the plane. And I mean, you've flown internationally, right? And those planes are huge.
Yeah, they're massive.
Big
So she
fan
was
of them.
booking it to the back, and I guess she didn't see my foot. She kicked the bottom of it, and she fucking flew like Superman, and nobody woke up. I felt terrible.
Dude, were you always afraid of flying though? For me, I had to have like a bad flight until it changed. Like I had one where I was like, we might actually crash. Like I had one where we were just like, oh, it was like fucking roller coaster. I was like, dude, you could hear a pin drop because everyone was so fucking frightened. That's the one that fucked me up.
I can't say there's like a specific instance. Like they all, I've had the things where you're like, oh fuck, we're getting shaken around. The pilot comes on super calm and goes, hey, we're experiencing a bit of turn.
Yeah, I'm like, I can tell. Like everyone knows. Everyone knows that. You don't have to announce it. It just makes it worse.
You pick like the worst time to go to the bathroom, and you're in there like, oh shit.
Blip.
I would never crank it on a plane.
Why? I have.
Have you?
I mean, I don't have a penis, but the other.
Yeah. Women get a pass on that. Oh, okay. Have you done the Mile High Club?
No.
Have you gotten it in on a plane? Never?
No, I could barely get on in a car. I mean, I have I'm all legs. Like, there's no what am I
Yeah,
gonna?
it'd
There's
be
no
hard.
way to be inconspicuous about that. Look at me.
car
freaking
fucking is
huge.
super overrated, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I never had. I mean, I've had sex in a car, but never good sex in a car.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
never fun. It's never the
Like you
idea
always
is
think
fun.
it's gonna
yeah,
be
correct.
like,
but
and
it
you're like,
never
yeah,
is,
and then you're like, oh, this is
sucks.
terrible. I'd rather do it like on the ground, like on concrete.
Have
This
you
is
have
awful.
you ever on a okay? So I will say
on concrete?
the
Yes, I have.
strangest place I have ever done it was on a train. It was on a train.
It's pretty unique, honestly.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like in a train car, in the bathroom of the train.
No.
Did
We
you
were
have
on the
a little
roof. We were riding on the roof, and we were fucking in the
Wait.
open on the roof.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
we were in the bathroom, Derek. Where do you think we were
Like,
doing
what is
it?
An action movie on the. I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking like the Muni trains, like in San Francisco. I'm like, you climbed up there, and
Yeah.
like, why would you? A double-decker train?
Doing it in the bathroom was simply not enough. You've never plane, boat, anything?
No, unfortunately, like I said, the most craziest was the beach, and then you gave me shit for that. You said that would be terrible, and it wasn't that bad.
I didn't give you shit for that. I said for me, it's a logistical thing where I don't want massive loads of sand in my ass crack that will not come out for days.
Yeah, you gotta get in there with like a wire brush after a certain point.
But no, I've never, no car really is like the best, but no, bus, trains, planes,
Automobiles.
automobiles.
Not since high school. I
You're not gonna ask me. I had sex on a roof before and in a graveyard.
yeah, but that's not a vehicle. That's not a vehicle.
A graveyard's
We're
pretty
talking-
cool, but also
That's
trippy. Like that's like
fucking
Night of the Living
dark.
Dead type shit, dude.
Was there
Yeah.
a Ouija board involved?
No, but the Ouija board is what I played with before half my house flooded the following day. So maybe don't do those anymore.
That's why you gotta believe in Jesus.
I like to
people.
think though
Don't
that
play
the
with
demon was
devil.
doing me a favor because I got new flooring in the house.
Yeah, there you go.
Covered
It
by
was
insurance.
maybe it was a sign. You
It
need
was a
better
sign.
flooring.
Yeah, it's like this flooring is shit. You've been
I
complaining
don't know.
about
The
it since
Ouija
you
board
bought
thing
it.
is always like I feel like you're fucking with your friends though. You're the one like slightly moving it to fuck with them.
I was for sure, but maybe
Yeah.
I just thought I was. Maybe I was being controlled by the demon who flooded my house. You don't know.
Are you into like psychic and tarot and stuff like that? I don't really subscribe to it because I feel like those people are really
I don't subscribe to anything. I just think it's funny.
no.
Like, and I find it interesting because it's like religion in a way, right? For some people, and I don't subscribe to religion, but I find it interesting the different beliefs that people have, and like I think it's a fun idea. Like I've always been into stuff like magic, and you
Yeah,
know,
same.
big Harry Potter wanted to be a fucking witch and shit. So it's interesting. It's fun to play with, but I mean, I don't believe in it.
Would you say you're an atheist then?
Agnostic.
Okay.
I like because atheists like whatever. I just feel like an atheism also kind of feels like a similar cult to religion in a way. It's like far left and far right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
'cause they
like
bash
it
religion
can
hard.
be
Yeah, I see
very
what you're
like
saying, yeah.
like you're bashing all the non-believers, but you're bashing people do believe. And I just don't give a fuck because people can believe whatever they want to
yeah.
believe. Like who cares? I could believe that the sky is purple. I mean, I don't, but like I could believe
No?
the Earth is flat. Like it doesn't
I
affect
don't know. The
me.
Earth is flat is crazy.
It
That's-
doesn't- it-
Hold
but-
on,
but
hold
what I'm
on
saying
now.
what I'm saying is, I don't let what other people believe affect me because I know the things that I believe, and if someone is going to say something that challenges what I believe, I'd be happy enough to listen to it and hear that, and maybe make a different decision. But like, it just doesn't matter to me. Like, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, but like if you're in a time of need, who do you call out to? You can't say, "Oh God," if you.
I
don't
call out
believe
to
in
Alfred,
God.
my chat GPT.
Oh, okay.
Alfred, save me.
Please, Alfred, what do I do?
The Roomba just goes into action.
No, listen. I've
Brr,
never.
brr, 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 brr. All the fucking appliances turn on in the
I'm
house.
down. I'm down. Like that would actually be amazing if my like smart house could just defend me. But no, like I've been in so many harrowing situations throughout my life that I'm like I've never been like, "Oh, please Jesus," or I'm praying about something or like calling out to some higher power because I personally just don't really think that there is. I think that we're our own high power in a way, and that's not like a magic thing. It's just kind of like you are going to do what you're going to do. You have to make the decision to do something or save yourself or put yourself outside of a situation. But I don't think that praying to God is going to like stop me from getting R-worded. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, that is very true. I think religion is all about what you take from it. One of the priests I had when I was young said something that I think was very poignant. He said, "God lights the path, and it's up for you to walk down it." Meaning, you have choices. There's decisions that you make throughout your life. Some of them may be bad, some of them may be good. But I also am a big believer in signs. There's a lot of times in your life where you're shown things, and you should act on them and not just go, oh, whatever.
We've talked about it slightly on the pod, but he actually has an interesting story. I mean, I don't know if you want to run it back, but he was like in the desert, and like a figure walked up to him and like told him shit that was going to happen in his life, and he said like the shit has happened.
Were you on ayahuasca?
No. This was drug free. I was 18. I had just finished high school. My high school sweetheart had like broken up with me right before prom and everything. So at the time my life was in shambles. So I just drove out to the desert to look at the city lights and think about shit. And you know, you're out in the middle of nowhere, so it's pitch black. The dome light was on in the car, and I was sitting on the hood. So there's a little light. You can see a little bit around the car, but not much. And I heard somebody approaching me.
You were like, this is how I die.
Correct.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be frightening. Yeah.
Correct. Because in that moment, when you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere and you hear something approaching you, whether it's an animal or another human being, you're like, fuck, this is not
This
good.
is how the horror movie starts.
Yeah.
My car battery now dies, and I'm stuck here, and all of a sudden it's a zombie. It's breaking in the window.
Yeah. So I heard it had a female voice. I don't know what this was, but it approached me just close enough to where I could see a silhouette, but not close enough to where I could see any distinct figures. And they had a cane or a walking stick as well. And we sat there and talked for like 20 minutes. And at first the conversation was really casual. And, you know, like I'm initially concerned that like, oh my God, something bad's going to happen. I'm out in the middle of the fucking desert with no hope, out of cell reception. I'm about to die. And then they just started telling me all this shit about my life, and it was crazy. A lot of it had already happened and was true, and then they predicted a lot of things. They told me that I couldn't tell anyone what they said. They did not tell me, however, that I couldn't tell people about the conversation that happened. Yeah. I've never gotten too specifics about it. I've always held true to that.
Has the stuff come true that it said?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty insane.
I want to know what it is.
There's some very interesting things.
It's been long enough, right? Like,
No.
I don't know. Some being came to me.
The spell would be broken. There's certain things that I need to come to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I was intrigued too. I'm very curious. But that is pretty crazy.
But speaking of praying to God for mercy and traveling, God, this was almost a decade ago. My sister was turning 27, and she wanted to go to Disneyland with a bunch of her friends.
Disneyland adults.
Disney adults.
How do you feel about Disneyland adults, by the way?
Judgmental.
There was some pain in that.
It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of strange to me. Like, going once in a while or like with friends, but then you get the people who go like every day and they have like the season passes and they're like all the time. They have all the different kinds of ears and they have some weird room that like displays them all and stuff. And I'm just like, but it's also like, it doesn't affect me because I don't go to Disneyland. So you do you have fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of strange to me, but I'm sure there's a lot of shit that I do that people think is fucking weird. So
I mean, it is intense. We have family friends who will get the season passes and they'll drive out there every fucking weekend to go, and I just don't see it being that much fun on a consistent basis.
Too, like, and also after a certain point, it's like you've been on all the rides a million fucking times. Like, doesn't it get? I don't know.
It's expensive as shit. I would say like randomly, it's cool to go to like amusement parks in general, not just Disneyland rides.
I'd rather go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, like Six Flags, whatever, right? Yeah, but I would say
Six Flags
Disneyland
is closing.
What? Oh, really?
I think I saw something about that recently. Maybe it's just like one of their locations, but they've been closing down a lot.
Disney is the plunger with which adults shove down all their trauma and resentment and get over it. It's a small world after
I mean, me as a
all.
Star Wars nerd, I do want to see. I still haven't seen the Star Wars thing. I heard it's kind of cool. Or like Harry Potter World would probably be fine.
Yeah, but that's Universal.
Yeah.
So
not Disney.
No.
Come on.
I think Universal is fun. I do like the Harry Potter world, but
we need to go there so I can get my wand. I'm a sorcerer. I'm a dragon-born sorcerer.
Because of D&D?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
cool.
fun.
I have a shitload of wands because I've been to Universal Studios.
Oh, really? That's cool. I heard you have to get picked for that, right? Or can you just buy them? There's like
you can buy them.
Yeah.
They have like an experience that you can like go through, and I think like one person gets picked from the group, but then everybody else,
That's cool.
Oh man, my buddy Nick has 2 daughters, and he went to there, to do the whole Harry Potter experience. That's the one thing. If you have kids and you're going to Disneyland and stuff like that,
that's different.
That's kind of a
oh yeah, I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, and I go to Disneyland every weekend.
Yeah, it's too
Why?
much.
But he said that the wand salesman was God damn it, I wish I could remember what he said this guy's name was, because it was like Phoenix or something.
Like
and he had a long ponytail, and he was in full character the entire time. I mean, I respect it. It's got to be exhausting working in one of those themed stores and or restaurants, and you just have to be on at all times, even to a bunch of adults. You're not even going, hey, little Timmy.
Yeah. Hi, Deborah. What are you, 45?
So anyways, my sister wanted to go on this vacation and bring a couple of her friends. My sister is a terrible driver. I'm so sorry, Caitlin. Terrible driver. So
you heard.
My mother asked me, she's like, hey, these girls want to go to Disneyland. I know you probably don't want to do this. Will you drive them down there? Because I'm concerned about them getting there safely. And I said, no problem. At the time, I was just starting my apprenticeship in the electrical union. I was working. But I took like a half day on Friday, so that way we could get the car packed up and go. It was just a quick little weekend trip. Right off the bat, when I'm leaving work, somebody nearly sideswipes me out of the parking lot, and I end up curbing the rim on my car. So that was how the trip started.
Oh, well, after a good one.
I get home, and they're packing up the truck. My parents at the time had an older Ford Expedition, so it's like a great, perfect vehicle, big SUV to take everybody to Disneyland. Whoa. I get here. My sister's friend Cassie is just standing in the driveway, staring into the sky with her hands on her hips, and she's like, I just started my period. And I'm like, this is going to be a great trip. This is going to be a really fun, good time.
I don't know. We're all pretty fun when we're bleeding out of our God, we're just like joys at that time. You know, it's really just the best time when you feel like you have bowling balls stuffed inside of your groin. It's so good.
I feel like
every time you walk, they just like bounce together, and you're like, oh, I love how that feels. It's so good. I'm going to be in such a good mood today.
I feel like you're not going to be on my side for the next thing I'm about to say. And I love my sister dearly, and I know she's catching a couple of strays here on the pod, but her and I go to the gym together. And she recently was having her time of the month. Bless you, ladies. It's terrible. Apparently, you have 2 bowling balls rolling around your puss, which is
it's
an image that I never wanted to have in my brain. But she was being real sharp and shitty with me for no reason. It's like she was going out of her way to start shit. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Calm down. You're being an asshole. I don't like it.
That always works. It's like
saying calm down.
It's like she's already on fire, and you're like, gasoline. Hey, calm down.
Just shaking the can. Is this what you want?
You
want calm down?
Just calm the fuck down. What the fuck did you say to me?
She takes her headphones off, because I've been working the swing shift schedule, so we've been going at like 1 a.m. She takes her headphones off and goes, I'm on my fucking period, and if I want to be a bitch, I will. It was like, what is that? That's not an excuse.
Personally, for me, I don't find it to be an excuse. I know that I get crazy, so I kind of like remove myself from situations so that I don't have to be crazy to others. Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
I turn that shit on myself. So that's what because I think like it is a thing of like, well, it's my period, it's this and that. And sorry, ladies, like if this is you, but I know other people think the way that I do, where it's kind of like, you know that, you recognize that, so you can be a bitch. Or you can be like, let's try to not be such a bitch, because I know what's causing this, even though you don't want to admit what's causing it. You know what's causing it. So just like reel it in.
Man, on the other hand, I'm a bitch constantly, and I never have a period. So like I guess I would probably be a terror.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But like I propose doing something else. Like I aggressively clean my house and just like yell at the baseboards, or lift really heavy weight and like throw it aggressively. Yeah, seriously, sometimes, because that Clorox wipe like will not be getting in there, and I'll be like, you motherfucking, like my favorite thing to do is yell at inanimate objects because they can't fight back.
Bump my fist.
Nice.
I'm a big proponent of motherfucking things that have no consciousness, just screaming at an inanimate object.
Just stub my toe on something. I'm like, you motherfucker, why did you fucking do this to me?
Why did you move?
It's fine. It's okay.
So we get in the car. Me, my sister, Period girl Cassie, and then her other friend Bianca, who, bless Bianca, she's super nice, but she also can be one of, no, not on her period. She's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Cassie was gloomy, rainy days, period, and Bianca is a constant ray of sunshine.
Okay, I was thinking
She's
a different
Miss
spectrum.
Smiley. No.
I was like, huh.
Not that spectrum.
Oh.
So I get them all in the car, and I'm like, you know what, this will be fine. I'll get to Barstow, because I would imagine, being a resident of Las Vegas, you've driven to California a time or two. No?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Nothing.
No, I
San Diego. Oh, okay, I was gonna say
Liar. But are you an In-N-Out girl? You like In-N-Out? Do you do the stop in Barstow, get a little In-N-Out? Or you gotta stay shredded protein style.
I like In-N-Out, but I try to eat healthy. But I don't really eat on road trips, because when I eat, I get sleepy. So I just have. I'm like 3 of these.
Oh, okay.
If I have to drive somewhere.
We just feel like I mean, at least for us, when we drive, it's like a must. You got to hit the In-N-Out. You got to hit the Barstow In-N-Out. It's like a pit stop you got to make.
I'll get some little snacks, maybe like some nuts or something from a thing. But I snack while I drive, because I like to just get there. I don't like stopping. It's terrible, especially on that trip. Like, it's just
sometimes you need a little break, though. It's like when you're in the middle of a set and you're counting to get to that 10 or whatever. You're just like, I just got to get to there, and then it'll be over. That's like what Barstow is. It's your break in between
I don't
sets.
count. I just go until I can't.
You're different. A better man than I am. Then.
I am. Huge penis. Never blept on my face either.
You know what? We will do the lift off too, and put that on social medias for sure. And I may or may not be wearing a bikini.
We'll have to do that for June. It gives you time to prepare.
I'm working on it, but I'm still going to be pasty no matter what. And I'm
pasty all the time. We could get spray tans together. We could make that part of it. I have a spray tan lady who can come to the house.
That'd be actually pretty funny.
And we can get like the whole like preamble.
Give me that Donald Trump orange glow, please.
It's the best liftoff there ever was.
If Donald Trump was from New Jersey,
that was
Jersey. It got fucking Jersey.
Yeah.
Fuck. My problem is too, like I do like the thing with accents all the time, but the longer that I've lived with my Australian partner, anytime I do an accent for too long, it's Australian. Like Southern turns to Australian.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Fucking send it on down under, you fucking dog cunt.
That's pretty good. Honestly, that's really good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Get your fucking fat jars. Molly's missed.
$100 a pop.
I think the one thing I heard, because I haven't been to Australia, but it always freaks people out, is doesn't the water go opposite in the toilet? Like when you flush the toilet, it's like reverse. And I
don't look at the toilet, so I don't know why people are so obsessed with which way the toilet's going.
Like, you don't look at your own shit afterwards? You don't take a peek and say, are we healthy?
I don't do that.
Do you know what? Okay, if I've ever looked, it's not like I just watch it go all the way down. I'm not like pressing it and observing like the entire process. Like, I'm not just gonna wait till I have shit to do. I took a shit. I'm gonna leave.
My
I got other
shit to do
is
is to look at the shit.
Well, I don't have the time for that.
Are we in America or are we in Australia? Which side of the planet?
I think you can fucking tell if you go outside and give it a fucking gander. Fucking hell. Fucking watch your shit go down the fucking toilet.
So I have In-N-Out on my mind. We're driving about 20 miles outside of Barstow. The temperature gauge on the car just goes straight to the red.
That's what it
right
does.
to the red. And fortunately, because my father is the most utilitarian man on the planet, he always has tools in the car and some spare parts, oil, shit like that, just in case you have a breakdown or you need to repair something, a new belt. So steam's pouring out of the hood. I'm like, fuck, we're not even fucking there yet, and the misery has already begun. I get out. There's a big hole in the radiator hose. I go in the back. Hose is there. Yes. I forgot the fucking tools. So I have to change the fucking radiator hose with a house key. I have to turn the little screw with a house key. So I'm not in a great mood. The girls have taken out fucking lawn chairs and they're sitting on the off ramp, like getting a fucking tan while I'm fixing the truck. And I'm like, you bitches. Like, I hate you so much.
Absurd, dude. They're just like, this is nice.
So
they never would have gotten there without it.
No. Thank God my mother decided to send me on this trip, or they would have been fucked.
They were still baking out there today.
They'd have a nice tan. But so I get it changed. I take all the water we have. I dump it in the radiator just so we can get there. It overheats a couple times. My sister's friend, who her family has like a really nice home in Anaheim that we were staying in, she was coming up behind us. So fortunately, she was able to stop, get some water and some coolant and stuff, bring it to us, and then we got to Barstow, and I'm like, okay, we overcame that struggle. We're here. I'm about to insert a double right into my face, right where it belongs, right here. Double with onion.
Gag reflex for double.
And we get back on the road, and I'm like, surely nothing else will happen. Well, about 30 minutes outside of Barstow, we hit dead stop traffic. So now I'm stuck in a car with my sister, who's unhappy that the trip is taking forever. Oh, by the way, her friend kept going and didn't stop in Barstow, and she made it to Anaheim in like a few hours. We are in this dead stop traffic. I'm upset. Cassie's bleeding and bitching. Bianca's on the opposite end of the spectrum, and she's Miss Happy. She's got her Disney hat on. She's ready she's ready to go.
I respect her positivity through all that, though, to still like keep it sunshine.
I feel like maybe she has other things going on. Do you get that thing with people? It's nothing personal, Cassie, or whatever your name is. It's like this whole thing with people where they're like too happy all the time, and I don't trust it.
Yeah, it's
like,
called being
always,
dumb. It's called being dumb.
Is that what it is? I don't know. So I feel like it's not even necessarily dumb. It's like a mask.
You know, I see what Molly's saying.
You know
like, you're
what I mean?
masking all the misery and like the pain and
You're like,
stress
no,
or whatever.
everything
And
is
you're like,
fine.
I'm so happy. You're like,
But maybe
you?
some people are just really happy, and I just don't relate to it. I mean, that could be it as
The
well.
people that are faking it that hard are the ones that go and shoot up a shopping mall.
They might. My thing is, they might not be faking it. Like, maybe we're just kind of those miserable-ish people who are
maybe.
just like, why are you so fucking happy?
Yeah, I am. That is me.
We're all that.
I'm extremely pragmatic. So
Like, I schedule my happiness. I'm like, okay, now I can be happy and excited.
the alarm goes off 3 p.m. It's happy
Time to be
time. Let's
happy.
go.
I shit you not. I've had alarms on my phone before where I wake up and I kind of am feeling like and I'll have alarms on my phone that are just like, they'll go off and make me pissed off because it's an alarm, and I look at it and it's like, smile. Like, to remind myself.
Do you look in a mirror when you do it?
Or it'll be like, it's okay.
That's hilarious. I like that.
No, I've very often stood in front of a mirror before having to go out somewhere and practice the faces that I'm going to make that day.
So, long story short, a semi-truck burned down on the freeway ahead of us, and we were in traffic for 9 fucking hours.
I'm just turning back at this point.
well, I
But
mean,
once you get locked in, I've had that before
Yeah,
where
you
there's a
can't even
huge
turn.
accident. You can't turn around. There's nowhere to turn around. There's no exits even coming up. There's that huge stretch where there's just fucking nothing.
yeah,
Nah.
And that's
man.
always where something happens. I had to pee in my favorite mug and could never look at it.
Oh no, the
It was
mug.
terrible. Almost peed all over my hand because, of course, it's stopped, right? It's completely stopped. And I'm next to a semi, the big bed of it. Like, he can't see in because it's just the big, carrying thing. And as soon as I start to situate myself, they start moving on that side. Not my side, just them. So the truck behind can pull up and fucking look at me trying to piss in a mug.
my hat's off to you ladies. Having to take a road trip pee is the worst
Yeah,
for
we can't
you.
just like
'cause-
pull it out and put it in a
Correct.
bottle.
Yeah, it's way harder for you.
Like,
But
that would be so
also-
much easier if
It
you could
is.
just like put it right in the tip
No,
of a
no,
bottle.
no, you can't. Yeah.
The part that's hard about it when you're a dude is, no pun
me.
intended, you can't. Here we go.
You can't put it in.
You
the,
can't.
Yeah,
you can't mash it right up against it.
I mean,
'cause then
how
you
much
create
of the tip of your dick pees? Like,
a small
it's a little
portion.
hole.
It's a little hole. Let's say you're
Just
peeing
press
into this
it.
bottle.
Just press it.
No, but if you press it, it creates a vacuum, and then you can't.
And then you get a little
pee.
bit of a suck.
So then you're like, oh no. So then you're like, oh no, and you back it off,
Yeah.
and then
You're
it
like, oh, no, it
squirts out
feels
and
too
you pee on your
good.
hand. And you're like,
Pee on your
oh,
hand,
and then you're
yeah.
trying to drive at the same time.
That's
It's not
sterile.
great.
Just suck it off.
We'll add that in the jar for you. So we get there gracefully. The next day, we go all day. California Adventure and Disneyland. We're in Disneyland at 9 p.m. in the line for, what the fuck is the name of that log ride? Where
Splash
you're on the
Mountain?
water? There we go, Splash Mountain. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, got to drive back tomorrow. I need to get some fucking sleep. We need to wrap this up. So I go to my sister, because we had been going since like 8 a.m. I go to my sister, I'm like, hey, let's make this the last ride. So that way we can go back to the house.
Wait, you
get some
went
sleep.
instantly to the park after all?
No,
that
no, no,
shit?
no. We
Oh,
got
okay.
there.
I was
We went to
like,
bed
my God,
that night.
you're like,
No,
this
oh
sounds
fuck, I
miserable.
wouldn't
Yeah,
have
this
survived
sounds
that.
horrible. Like,
No, we went to sleep and we went the following day, but we
Jump
went
off
all
Splash
day.
Mountain. Fucking run me over. I'm
takes
done.
a picture. You're just fucking like half jumping out.
Yes.
I'm
Arms getting
out.
sliced off. I don't care. Kill me.
Oh shit.
So I gently go to my sister. Hey, let's make this the last one so we can go. You want to go to the beach in the morning before we drive back to Vegas so we can do that.
But she started her period, so she didn't want to hear that business. Oh.
Cassie is Miss Sassy period, and she's like, well, this isn't your birthday, so I don't see why you get to decide when we go. And at this point, I had enough, so I went,
I don't see why you couldn't drive this car your fucking self.
and took a big breath, and there was children, so I had to dial down the roast. But I'm like, bitch, you think that after fixing the radiator hose and sitting in 9 hours of traffic with you and you and you, that I don't get to decide when we leave? We're going after this fucking ride. And the dad behind us was like holding his hands over his kid's ears and fucking laughing at the same time. But I was done. I wanted to go.
Yes.
I'd had enough.
Well, couldn't they just like get an Uber to wherever you were staying so that you could have just gone and slept?
Maybe. It didn't matter. I'm a good brother. I hung in there. Fortunately, we made it back with zero issues, but that's why I just like to stay at home.
I mean, it sounds like there were some issues. I wouldn't say
A
zero.
lot of issues. Have you ever, real quick, just real to touch on this before we go to our last bit, have you had like a nightmare vacation or something where it was just like, oh shit, this sucks?
Yeah, like every vacation I took with my ex-husband.
Yeah, Bob,
Every single
or whatever
one.
your name is.
Every single one. No, it was miserable.
No, I'm sorry to hear
we
that.
would go somewhere like that should be cool, right? And he would just get
Argument.
drunk in the hotel room and then be hungover, so I'd kind of go walk around myself places, which was the best part of the trip, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's
But
so boring.
No, yeah, it was shit.
I've heard that from people before, where like you go on a trip and then
like,
people
why do
just
we
want to
come
hang out
here?
in the hotel room. Yeah, it's like, what? We came here just to sit in a room.
If
I
you
want to go
wanted-
explore.
If you wanted to just go fucking drink in a room, you could have done that at home. We didn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I feel the same way about hotels as I do about flying. It's cool to have a dope room and everything, but for me, it's just where I'm showering and sleeping.
Correct.
I'm trying to go out and
yeah, I want
do
to go
shit.
explore, do shit, check it out. I mean, I
Oh,
would
I
say the
still
one
have to have a
exception.
nice room because I'd be making content. How do you think I paid
Yeah,
for my vacation?
Well, honestly, too, like that's why like Airbnbs. Like we went to Joshua Tree and it was we got a sick house with
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
I've
dope
done
like
that.
that it's super fun, and it had where you open the door and the outside patio has like a pool and like a fire pit and then like it's all window and glass. It was
And
just
it was
cool.
enclosed, so we took the
Yeah.
dogs with us, which was good because there's like coyotes and shit. They
Yeah.
were howling in the
They
night.
had
My dogs were
walls,
like,
yeah.
"Ooh," back. I'm like, no,
Don't do
tell
that.
them to come
Don't
over
summon
here.
them.
Yeah, don't summon the demons. Yeah, but it was cool, like for podcasting too at the backdrop. But yeah, Joshua Tree was a fun trip. We'll probably
Yeah,
do it
no.
again soon. We want to do Palm Springs. If you ever seen that movie with oh my God, what's his name?
Andy
Andy
Samberg.
Sandberg. We're Palm Springs. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can rent that house. And
Oh,
we want to
cool.
do that. We think it'd be a cool trip.
That would be
Hell
sick.
yeah. All right.
Anyways.
You are going to participate in a time-honored tradition. This is
Okay.
the titty cup.
Sick.
Inside of the titty cup
was
are
wondering why
some
we're shaking
names
it.
of celebrities. There also is a name of a random human being that I guarantee you don't know.
I probably don't know any. I don't even know any celebrities.
So,
really.
well, I mean, the name of the bit is Bad Impressions. So,
Side
it
note,
does have
that
to
would
a
be
good one.
hilarious if when you shook the mug that they jiggled a little bit. That would be
sick.
epic, dude. But
Derek,
that was actually
Derek
made
and
in-
Post add a jiggle this. So,
Those
take a
game
name,
mechanics.
pass the cup
Okay.
to Derek. You're first this time,
Now,
Derek.
this is
I
the
went
side
first
thing
last time.
he didn't explain real quick because you mentioned you might not know him. Now, if you don't know who it is, you can Google it. You can look them up. However, if you do that, you have to do like a full act out now. So you don't have to just do the voice. You kind of have to do like an act.
Oh
thing, too.
boy.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't prepare me for
I
this.
know. That's the point. It's bad.
It's just gonna be
impressions.
Australian no matter what.
I mean, your Australian is really good. I think, unfortunately, Steve Irwin was already taken. So I have a pretty good one. I think I can nail this. I think.
Dude, I'm going to crash and burn so hard. It's
you-
such a...
Are we supposed to say who it is?
No. So we need to try to guess who it is by your impression. That's what makes it so great. Now, do you know who your person is?
I maybe. Hang on.
All right, well, Derek's going to lead us off, and then...
Sure. I got
Now, it is hilarious. It is hilarious that I drew this, but
We got all the Australians out of the cup, and I'm glad because you have like a spot-on Australian accent, so...
yeah, you would have nailed that. All right. Hi, boys. What boys and girls? We're going to go riding the ride.
Are you fucking? Are you Mickey on acid?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Mickey
All he
Mouse.
needed was a van behind him that said free candy, and it was just been the creepiest
But what's
thing
great?
ever.
What's great about that is I was just funny. We've been talking about Disneyland, so to pull this was kind of fucking hilarious.
Yeah. You got one locked? You got it locked in? You ready?
Or do you want to go last?
No, it's fine. I don't know how to. I don't know how that voice sounds.
We are Venom.
Okay, I think that's Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
There you
Okay,
go.
yeah, we are Venom because I know
He's
the
got
Venom
so
movie.
many good. You went with Venom. He's got so many good British things.
I
Could have
don't
been
know
Alfie
him.
from Peaky Blinders.
I only thought I knew who he was because when Venom came out, everyone was saying how hot Tom Hardy was. I don't know anything else. I don't even know what he looks like.
Do you think he's what? You don't know what he looks
know what
like?
he looks
He is
like?
hot shit.
He's a pretty attractive looking
I just
man.
looked up.
I don't know,
I looked up Venom, so all I'm seeing is Venom. Hang on,
Hugh
what does he look
Jackman
like?
and
Well, he
Tom
also
Hardy.
played Bane and Batman, and he gets that a lot. Like a lot of people come up to him, and they're like, "Do Bane," and he's like, "I don't want to."
You merely adopted the darkness.
I was born into
There you go. See, there you go. So
I didn't know that was him as
Yeah.
well. Okay, well, I got Tom Hardy on lockdown. I am Tom Hardy.
There's, honestly, the Venom one was good. You just nailed the Bane, so
All
yeah,
right.
you got it. Oh god,
Yeah,
okay.
he's all right.
I'm emoting for my impression. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
So that's a disco thing, but I don't know who we're discoing.
Fuck, man.
You can't give us a voice. You got to give us a voice too, dude. I can't guess it off of a dance move.
I think a lot of people have done that dance. I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Come on, you gotta-
Summer days wasted away. I don't know the fucking words.
Patrick Bateman.
It's from Greece.
It's from Greece. Okay,
Dude.
John Travolta. I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
I had to
okay,
I had to
yeah.
say Greece, but it was
Yeah.
John Travolta. Jesus, dude.
Sandy.
What's a fucking John? Dude, he's been in so many movies, but he doesn't have a really distinct voice, so I couldn't think of
That's a good
fucking
point. I don't
line
know
to
because he was
hit,
in
dude.
Face Off, but I can't even remember anything he did in Face Off. I mean, the Grease
John
is probably
Travolta?
good. Yeah.
I feel like he does kind of have a unique voice.
Yeah, I like that movie From Paris with Love. If you've never seen that one, it's a good one. He plays like a CIA assassin kind of guy, and he's like this cocky motherfucker with a shaved head. He's bald in that movie. Unlike me, I have hair,
He took off his hat just
He
so
did,
you know.
he did.
His
Just
welder's
prove-
cap. Do you
we'll
weld?
prove you wrong.
and because I'm sweaty. Nah, I don't weld.
Oh.
I'm a poser.
Oh.
It just makes wearing a hard hat more comfortable.
But you did it. You nailed Tom Hardy without really even knowing Tom Hardy. Look at that.
All right. In closing, check out Molly on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Also, check her out on Instagram. This redhead is safe for work or not safe for work?
SFW.
Okay,
Yeah.
SFW. I'll have Derek put those up. Check out the merch. Buy a fart jar, perhaps, if you
Please.
like. If we get
Only
orders for
$300.
those, we're going to start cranking them out. Who doesn't want a little Molly's Mist? Come on now. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.